Yo. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Be a fly on my wall. Come be a fly. Ooh. Ooh-wee.
Why does it say so low?
Because it's for the tall people. Well, good morning, everybody. We are on our way to the radio station to talk about colorism, the damaging effects of colorism. And guess who our special guest is going to be today? Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. Gotta let you see the peoples. Gotta see the peoples. Oh wait a minute. Oh, there she is. Okay, you can see. All right. You gonna say hello to the people?
Hey. Only one. Oh, it's two people.
Huh? Oh boy, I tell you, it's one up from last time. Two up from last time. Come on in. We'll start talking as we ride. The pre-show, before the show. Yeah, put your seatbelt on. All right. Who's this? Oh, this cousin Pam. Good morning. How do you say like and share? Like, comment, and well, you can't subscribe on Facebook. Come on, subscribe on YouTube, right?
They need to.
All right, so we're talking about this subject. Just so you know, log on to G-Town Radio, not right now, .com, gtownradio.com, G-Town. You know, I got to say things just over and over again because people don't be listening, paying attention. If there's one thing I learned is people don't pay attention. Sometimes I don't pay attention myself. I don't. But that's all right. There's hope for us all. G, as in glory, hallelujah. As in, get off of here and go to gtownradio.com. Praise Hallelujah radio show, Brother D, Sister A. The show is on right now as we speak. Every Saturday from 10 to 12. We come on every other week. What say ye? Round table discussion. And we have an awesome topic as we always do. Every other week, I don't know what they're doing on the weeks that we're not there. I guess they just, they're just trying to barely make it through. I'm just playing. No, they're just an interesting show. Actually, I think it's going to be, what's the other subject that they're talking about now? Did you hear the flyer? I sent it to you. Whatever it is good. I can't remember it right now. But we're going to talk about colorism. And some of the things that we say, we actually might repeat ourselves and say on the show. So don't be surprised. But y'all get to hear it first. Colorism is basically discrimination within one's race based on color. And doing some research and study, I wanted to find out, where did all of this start? And it kind of really starts from birth. We are conditioned, and I'm talking about in a negative way. I'm not talking about a positive way. And hopefully we can get some, thought processes on how we can shift and change this over time, because it has affected particularly the black community. And that's where we're going to be coming from. The black community, from the perspective of females in particular. We'll have another show for the guys. And really, we can even break it down even further. I think Oprah did a show, dark skin. She did a documentary on dark skin and a documentary on light skin. We could break it down to dark skinned females, dark skinned males, light skinned females, light skinned males. We could break it down that far. But we're going to be talking about the from the female perspective. When it comes to color, and I hear you talk about it all the time. Shout out to my wife, who has blessed me with 4 children that are all shades. All shades. It's phenomenal the way that she was able to do that. You know, of course I had something to do with it myself. From light all the way to the did you notice that?
I've been noticing that.
Yeah, you kind of in the middle.
I know. Like,
yeah, you and
Brian.
You and Brian, you in the middle. The 2 in the middle, and then the 1 and 2 is in the middle, and
3 is dark.
3 and 4 are on the bookends. Oh my goodness! You pay attention now. I'm supposed to be getting on the expressway.
I don't even know where this place is at.
Oh my
goodness! I'm supposed to pay attention.
Lord Jesus! See, sometimes.
Let me drive.
We'll never get there. We'll be up a tree somewhere. You gotta learn how to park first. Focus on that. Focus on getting your permit. Let's work on that. Had a permit over a year and a half, and still ain't did nothing with it.
Hey, I done known people that had their permit for 5 years.
What? Well, that's a shame on them then. You in that boat. I'm supposed to be getting on the expressway. I'm sitting here talking to you, and you're throwing me off. See, I normally be talking out loud to myself. It throws you off when you got other people in the car. You got to pay attention for more than one reason. Now, what was I saying? See, when you talk out loud to yourself, you ain't got to worry about none of the distractions. At least inside the car. You the only distraction. We were talking about my kids. All shades. Ben, my youngest, he's actually closer to my complexion when I was younger. Anybody that knows me when I was younger. Actually, I was a little bit lighter than that. They used to call me the white baby. That's what they used to call me.
I mean, because Ben is light, so if you was lighter than...
I was lighter than that. And I got the pictures to prove it. And that's what they tell me. That's what they used to call me. The light baby. Light and Holland. Well, as you could see, 50 years later almost, ain't nothing changed. I'm still light, and I'm still hollering. Woo!
That's not funny. Like,
look, I don't think, for me, What's
up, Mom?
I've been implicit. And when I say implicit, I mean not directly affected or contributed to colorism. Implicit means that, like if somebody says something, you just nod your head, or you laugh, ha 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 ha, without saying, oh no, don't say that. Like you shouldn't, talk about people like that. I've been implicit. But I don't think that I have been complicit. Is that a word? If it ain't, it is today. So what are your thoughts on colorism from a female perspective? What do you think?
I feel like colorism, especially for females, is a lot harder and a lot known in the black community, because we kind of always deal with it where we have like our black men always like, oh, if you too dark, I don't know, like
What as far as the female being dark?
Yeah.
You don't think black men like dark females?
From what I see, from at least, especially on social media,
Okay.
and like, especially where I'm at, like where I go to college, it's definitely like that. Like, a lot of black guys are like, like, I don't want nobody to look like me, basically, is what they say.
I'm dark. I don't want nobody to really be dark.
Because what they see is, they're like, then my baby's gonna be dark. And then I'm gonna just have a black baby. That's how they really see it.
That's how females see it, or that's how males see it?
That's how males see it. I feel like with females, it doesn't, only with certain females, it don't really matter.
Females think about that too.
Females, they do, because we do it on the extent of too light. Like, if you too light, then we be like,
and you're light.
yeah, I'm brown skin. See,
Listen, okay, we've been having this little battle back and forth as to if she's light or dark. You light, okay? You in the middle. You ain't Ben. You ain't that.
That's
but
what I'm saying, Ben is
you
light.
closer to him than you are to Bryce. Put it that way.
Yeah.
So you closer to the light. And my thing is, so what? Who cares? There's beauty in all shades. I saw a girl, and I never forget this, when I went to Philadelphia University, back then called Philadelphia College of Textiles and Science.
I would like,
That they changed the name.
I would like 50 years ago.
There was this girl from South Africa. When I tell you she was black, it stopped me in my tracks. I never saw no one that dark. And she was gorgeous. Beautiful. She wasn't thin. She was kind of, one of the thickums.
Mom.
Then get out the comments. And don't focus on what they saying.
Ben, Mom.
So what? So you don't think females, as far as black females, that's only.
I wanna say, at least I'm only speaking for myself. I don't want to be like all females. Just a lot of females that I've interacted with, and a lot of females that like I've known that they like other races, or even like black guys. They'll tell me like, I don't want them to be like super light. I don't want them to be like bright, like. And they'll tell me like, I'd rather have for a brown skin. There are a handful of like black girls that be like, yeah, I'll go for a light skinned guy, but majority of the time they look for someone that's darker, or even if they don't, they just look for somebody a whole different race.
So that conversation of colorism comes up directly often in females.
Yeah.
Wow. On a daily basis or a weekly basis, how often does it come up? On a weekly basis, like
I want to say on a weekly basis, it's more like, every time you really talking about a guy, which is like almost every day.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, you always like look, oh, okay, like what? Like you check him out, like you be like, oh, he got this, he's this. But
how does that come up when you're talking about other females?
Like for other females,
or does it even matter?
It do, but then again it don't, because it's more, I want to say it's more harsh when it comes to females, like, because it's like for a light-skinned female, you're known, like, you're seen as like stuck up, and you're seen as like you bougie, and you get all this like praise and stuff like that because you're like,
no matter how ratchet you may be.
Yeah. And no matter what, like you can like
unsophisticated.
It's like regardless, like you're gonna get, or at least for me, it's like when you look at a light skinned girl, it's like all the guys want her.
And then especially like the hair.
Yeah. And then it's like you look like, I don't want to say look like a light skin, but then you like present yourself as kind of stuck up in that way. But then when it comes to like, when it comes to dark skin, people see dark skins as ratchet and loud and just ghetto and just like, I don't want to say ugly because they not ugly, but like just not as attractive as a light skin.
So there was a study that was done, and you've probably seen it, where, and I think this was done at least about 50, 60 years ago,
Sure,
where it was this black little girl, and they put a black doll and a white doll in front of her and asked her which one would she choose, and she chose the white doll. And they asked, well, why didn't you choose the black doll? Well, because the black doll, this is with the little girl. The little girl couldn't be no more than about 5 years old. The black doll was seen as ugly, and the white doll was seen as pretty. So why do you think that dark is always related to something that's bad, and light or white is considered something that's good? Or
I think it definitely has to do with society, and also back in the day where it was like slavery time. It was like we were told that like our skin is ugly, like that you ugly and stuff. You look like a monkey and all this stuff. Like we were told by society and even by our people that you're ugly, you're ugly, you're ugly. So it's like, especially when you get feed that, like when people keep doing that to you all your life,
you believe
or you start to believe it, you be like, well, that's why I see a lot of people, like a lot of black girls, they'll try to change their skin, or like they'll try to act a certain type of way, like, oh, I may look like this but I act like this. So you can't really be like, oh, you're ugly, when I don't act ugly, I don't act like that, so you can't associate it with it. But I feel like a lot of it, and then on top of that, like we make jokes about it, especially like my generation, we make a whole bunch of jokes that, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty funny because my generation is funny. But it's like, it gets to a certain point where it's like, that really does hurt people. That really does, like, damage somebody's self-esteem and all that stuff.
And I think that follows, especially girls.
And
not
I feel
to say,
like,
you know, guys, girls especially, it's all about feeling, image, the sensory realm, emotion. You know, what do they think that I'm pretty? Am I good enough? Do I look a certain part? And when you're told that you don't look a certain way, I mean, you don't look the part, you are ugly. You look at your big, and you start to internalize, like, yeah, my lips are kind of like bigger than other people's lips, or my nose is kind of wide, and I don't know if you know this, but white girls are trying to be black, and black girls are trying to be.
Yeah, I've been noticing that, especially with the whole, like, especially when it really hit me that when like Kylie Jenner was like doing stuff like that, and I'm like, I was mad because I'm like, y'all over here praising her, talking about, oh my God, look how beautiful she looked, with these big lips. We been had them. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we been did that. We were
and
born.
you trying to take the stuff out your lips, and they trying to put stuff inside your lips.
I was born with that. So you over here saying now she's beautiful because, like, what? But when I had it, when it was on me, it didn't look right. It wasn't good enough.
And this lets you know how how society has impacted the thought process of black females. When you're seeing more black females get butt injections, it's like, really, girl, if you don't just eat some collard greens and some pig feet and fried chicken, you do not need to do all of that. You do not need to lighten your skin. You don't need to take the stuff out of you, makes your lips thinner or your nose thinner. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, Mom.
Huh? What'd she say?
She said, I believe guys feel the same way, however they express it differently. I feel like guys, towards other guys, towards other guys, because I mean, I hang around guys, but like, they don't really like, they care, but not to the extent of us. Like, they just be really grinding people up. So,
well, I mean, like you said, we express it differently. I don't think we're as open as females are, because females are more communicate more verbally than men do. Do we talk about it? Yes, we do talk about it. And mostly where we talk about it, you'll mostly hear that conversation in the barbershop.
you hear everything.
In the barbershop, you'll hear a whole lot of colorism conversation. And it'll come up both directly and indirectly. Where females, I mean, y'all talk about it everywhere. I mean, y'all always talking. But for us, we have to be in a setting that is non-judgmental. And we could be wrong as 10 left shoes. But it's a non-judgmental space. But I think that's one of the reasons why they have this whole Black Girls Rock, sort of to empower the and lift the self-esteem of just black girls, period, of all shades, to let you know from that you're beautiful. And it's one thing for women to say that about other women, but I really think that men need to say that about.
I feel like that too, because the way I feel like it's like the way we see black men treat black women. It's like, why are you doing that? Why are you acting like that? Like, why are you doing that? But then when it comes to like someone that is a different race, it's like a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
It's like you would never you would never do that, or you would never even think of doing nothing like that, because not. And I want to be like, because they have a different race and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. I rarely see that happening where the way a black man treats a black woman is the same / equal to how they would treat a different race. Like, if y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
I think that's the reason why, for a lot of people in America, it's not everybody, they appreciated the expression, regardless of whether you like Obama or not, the way they expressed their love towards each other on a national and global stage. We never seen nothing like that at all. The closest we got to that was, what was the closest we got to that? Seeing, a black couple. I'm not talking about, I mean, all right, Obama was on next. Okay, we can see that. But I don't know what Jay-Z and Beyonce? Are they global? Are they?
Yeah. But
They up there with the Obamas? They up there like that?
Yeah. They
Really?
Yes. You know what they do? Run the world.
Whatever.
Like, what?
And it's a shame they bullying, what's the girl?
Who they bullying? They not. Oh,
The bullying.
Blue Ivy.
Blue Ivy.
Yeah,
Saying
and
that
see,
she looked
okay.
like...
Okay, about that. That's been out of pocket from the jump, because first of all, when it first came out that Beyonce was pregnant, everybody was already, she wasn't even 3 months yet. Everyone was already like, oh, the baby about to be ugly because Jay-Z, baby about to be ugly. So when she came out,
I told you, look at her, look just
when she came out. I mean, when she first came out, she was a baby, so she ain't really look like nothing until like she got older, and like I remember like
all babies are beautiful.
We gonna call a spade a spade. Not all babies are beautiful.
I believe all babies are beautiful. All babies
Mom
may
said
not.
they don't care.
All babies may not be cute, but all babies are beautiful.
Yeah, all babies.
You ain't.
Because
You're a little hard on the eyes, but and that's suspect. I mean, that's based on your own opinion, you know. But I believe there's beauty in everybody, even if you're ugly on the outward. Did I say that?
she said she wasn't legal.
No, I'm not parking here because you come out and your car, they be done close the gate. And you're going to hell. Log on to gtownradio.com. We're going to continue this conversation. Colorism. We're getting ready to go on in about 10 minutes or less.
Bet one of y'all yawned.
To talk about colorism. Who's that? Is that Leonard? Tobias. Where did we get that name? You call him Cassius, I call him Clay. All right, we're here. gtownradio.com, 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 gtown, G townradio.com. What is he saying? All babies are not beautiful. Or their presence is. Whatever.
Yeah.
Are your babies beautiful?
No, not Benjamin.
See what I'm talking about? See?
He ugly.
See, the dark skinned ones always hating on the light skinned ones. We're gonna put an end to it. We're gonna talk about this today. I'm not gonna take it no more. I've been taking it for all my life. I'm not taking it no more. Don't make no sense. See, that's why they say the dark skins are bad. Because you're always talking negative. Always talking negative. That's why.
But the light skins be talking
now,
negative
y'all.
too.
Now it's y'all. See?
It ain't me.
See? Is everybody wrong but me? See how it is?
I'm not wrong.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Case. I'm done with this witness. All right. I'm trying to turn the thing. Hold on. Team. No. All right. Hold on. Got to get my stuff together. Cause I got some place to go. I'm gonna get there. Everyone knows. Don't go. Hammer. Excuse me. We're not making no side pit stops. See, that's where the light skins would have just went on for the ride. See, we say stuff like this. This is how we talk. We got to stop talking like this. See, this is what makes us a part of the problem. When we start saying stuff like this. All right. I got to go. I don't know if I'm upside down, right side up, or what. log on to G-Town Radio. Did y'all get what I said? Pay attention. Leonard, pay attention. Get off of this live and go to gtownradio.com. All right?